Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozman back here with another YouTube video, and today we're actually been talking about the best simulation playbooks to use here in Madden 22 franchise mode. Now, I did do a couple of these videos back in Madden 21 franchise mode, and recently, I believe earlier on yesterday, I did a community poll asking you guys what video you guys would like to see next, and I believe about 41% of you or so, and I think there's about 30 votes that wanted the best simulation playbook video, and a little bit after that, that came in second, I believe, was the free agency tips. So I'll probably be doing that video next, and then after that will probably be the third place, which is the fantasy draft tutorial. But for today, guys, we will be running through the best offensive and defensive playbook for simulation. Now, I will go through more than just one for offense and defense as well, because this ties more into just the simple, well, this is the best playbook. These players are always going to, put up great stat lines every year under this playbook. It depends on what type of players you have that will fit with the offense or defense that I'm about to be showing. So the first and really the best offense, it doesn't really come with a shock. And I'm going to go ahead just to show you guys the formations and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead, and the number one is the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, by the way, you guys will have to have a really good young quarterback that has a very good arm, a good arm to develop with. Now, this is a pass-heavy playbook. We obviously know this, so this is not going to really favor your running backs. So keep that in mind. But obviously, the offense is obviously built around the quarterback. So if you have a young, good quarterback with good throwing attributes that you can develop for years and years. So this kind of works out for me as a Bears fan and doing rebuilds and playing with the Bears in franchises, because Justin Fields is a great guy to develop. He's got great numbers to work with, and obviously, only 22 years old and just a great guy to develop moving forward. You put him in a pass-heavy offense like the Kansas City Chiefs, we can see him thrive. Take off really stat-wise, but obviously more than just stats. We want to see our team win Super Bowls. And again, it's built around the quarterback. This is going to help him passing-wise and moving forward from that. Now, the next one, this is really balanced, guys. This is the one that if you want to get your running back and quarterback involved, now I'm probably more so leaning towards this one. That's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to try to go over to that. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is a offense that is a mixture of pass and run. And I might have already passed it. Here it is, guys. So a mixture of pass and run. Now, again, like I just said, this is something that if you guys do want to develop your quarterback and running back. Now, it's not going to be more so favored stat wise to quarterback or running back. It's going to be more so balanced. But in a pass heavy offense like the Chiefs, you're not going to really see much production from your running back unless you have obviously a young stud. Dave Montgomery in this offense probably still would do pretty good, but he's going to be used more so as a pass catcher. Now with Tampa Bay, we can use a running back a lot, and we can also develop a quarterback through this. Having a good quarterback and a good running back in a balanced scheme like this is really nice. Now, it depends on what you guys really want here. You want a quarterback that is young and we can develop with passing-wise, or we want to also have the running back in play as well. Tampa Bay is a very good offense to use that with, and just pure running. Now, we just talked about pure passing. We just talked about a pure balanced offense. Now, really, just pure running, just a pure running attack. Obviously, we'll need a young stud at running back, or obviously just a really good running back, like a tier 1 running back. And then it's going to be the Cleveland Browns playbook on offense. This is lastly, in my opinion, and again, I would probably still go Tampa Bay as one just because I like that balanced feature to that. But the Browns, again, this is a offense that David Montgomery would cook in, would probably put up 1,500 plus yards. And here it is right here. This is a offense to where, let's say if you have a I'm trying to think. Even like an Alvin Kamara, he would put up absolutely ridiculous numbers. He'd probably be top five in MVP voting 100%. Just those type of guys. And then obviously your Derrick Henry would probably be up there for MVP. Christian McCaffrey, all those studs would be right there for MVP as always. But they're going to have just crazy stat lines. And again, a guy like David Montgomery for the Bears is going to have a 1,500 yard plus season. He just is. He's a very good running back, and if you're giving him the ball a lot within this offense, which that's what it does, you'll see a lot of success with your running backs in this offense. Now, moving over to defense, I have a couple of these. I don't have three like I do for offense, but these are just kind of a couple, really good defensive playbooks depending on your players, really. But one of them is the LA Rams. LA Rams, obviously, we know what their defense is, but I'm going to try to go over here. And as you guys can see with the formations, they have obviously 3-4-4-3, 4-4. Just pretty much a lot of the simple plays, but it looks like they have a lot out of dime. Again, in my opinion, the second best defensive playbook to use. Now, this is a playbook as a base 3-4 scheme. So, again, it depends on what type of players you have. Now, if you guys have more so outside linebackers that you want to use as guys that get to the quarterback. Now, I know that, for me and my sake, I have Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn, guys that are outside linebackers, but obviously they're, quote unquote outside linebackers, but they're really defensive ends because they blitz the quarterback every play, and they're pretty much glorified defensive ends. So in a 3-4 scheme, for me, I run a 3-4, so again, Sean McVay would be perfect for that. And the best playbook, really, in my opinion, for defensive-wise, this one really doesn't come without, real question, and that's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to try to find them first, just so we can see the full breakdown of this team. And let's get to it first. And here we are. So, and again, this is also a 3-4, so you guys can kind of see that 3-4 kind of dominates, but also remember that 3-4 is your outside linebackers are, for the most part, guys that are obviously blitzing the quarterback in a 3-4. So hopefully your outside linebackers are guys that are good and can get to the quarterback. And for the Baltimore Ravens defensive playbook, this is also a playbook that doesn't just specify just a 3-4. It also really helps develop your secondary. Your secondary is going to develop like crazy. We have, it looks like a heavy nickel package because there's 93 plays in nickel. So you can use your safety as a linebacker for the most part in nickel right there. So that's really good. A lot of guys you can just kind of throw around in this defensive scheme and help develop a lot of your guys. It's going to be really nice at the end of the year with your stat line with your defensive players here. You're going to see a lot of sacks with your 3-4 linebackers, and you're going to see your corners develop like crazy. And again, most of their plays come through nickel, so you're going to see your strong safety playing middle linebacker as a user. He's going to have really high tackles more than likely. But again, guys, this is going to be the best offensive scheme. In my opinion, offensive scheme or offensive playbook wise will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In my opinion, just because it's more balanced. But if you want a crazy pass attack and you have a good young quarterback to do it, Kansas City is the way to go. But hopefully, these playbooks help you guys out. These are the best playbooks, in my opinion, for simulation that will help you win and put up crazy stat lines. But if you guys did like this video at all, make sure you guys are leaving a like and hitting that sub button. Maybe comment down below any future tip videos you guys would like to see. Now, I'm probably going to do the next 2 videos, probably free agency tips and the fantasy draft tutorial. But again, I did unlock the community poll, so I will be doing a lot of those and engaging with you guys. But guys, that will be it for today's video, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.